Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tempcast, the official Temp podcast. Today, I'm joined by our lawyer and legal scholar, Eric.
Hey guys, Alexander here. Very glad to be on the podcast again.
And also, Tempcast regular Steven.
Hello, Doris. Dr. Eric Andreas the first. Would you like to take off your pants and dance around for me a little, please?
And I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Ellen John is f***ing dead.
Whoa. Okay. I don't think an AI-based podcast is gonna work. I don't think this is a good idea. I think we're gonna have to do this one live, guys. Okay, yeah. So once again, welcome to the Tempcast, the official GBA Temp podcast. We're going to start off with the biggest news of the week, I think, so far. I mean, we're recording this in the middle of the week for some reason. I don't really know why. So if this releases on Sunday and, I don't know, Valve announces Half-Life 3 or Nintendo announces like Mario 2, whatever, I'm sorry, we didn't cover it. So
finally, the long-awaited sequel to Mario.
I would be really excited if Nintendo put out a press release to announce a game they released in 1988. That would actually be pretty funny.
It's Mario 2. This not the American Mario 2,
no,
but the Lost Levels Mario 2.
They're just gonna revamp the entire character. Mario's gonna have tattoos. He's gonna be like realistic. He's gonna have short hair. No hat.
Oh, they could do it like when they revamped Superman, where he just wears like a red shirt and jeans and blue jeans.
Oh, that's another guy. That's Superboy, I think. No, it's somebody else. He was in Young Justice.
I thought they did a revamped Superman. I don't know. Young Justice. That doesn't even sound real.
It's like they already got the Teen Titans, and now they have a Young Justice. What's going on?
What's the world coming to? Younger and younger these kids keep starting.
No, I think actually Teen Titans are literally supposed to be teens, but the Young Justice are supposed to be like in between, I think. Like the Young Justice.
Oh, they're tweens?
Yeah, I guess. Is that what that means? In betweens? Tweens?
No, well, tween is between being a kid and being a teenager. So that's like...
Oh, no, that's not.
10, 11, and 12.
Because these guys, they're like grown-ups, but not really grown-ups. Because there's like a teen Superman. There's like a teen Aquaman, I think.
So they're like the young adult Justice League, the YA Justice League.
Yeah, something like that.
Like they read at like a 8th grade level.
No,
that'd be sub-teenager, wouldn't it? Or like teenager level.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it a superhero league for the intellectually disabled?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is. Yeah, I think they have intellectually challenged Aquaman and mentally handicapped Superman.
That's redundant.
So I'm just wondering, are we recording the EOF cast right now, or are we recording the Tempcast?
If that was a real superhero team, would they fight intellectually disabled supervillains or regular villains? And if they fought regular villains, would it be offensive for them for like the not intellectually disabled villain? I probably shouldn't have said regular. For the non intellectually disabled villains to fight the intellectually disabled heroes? Is that offensive, or is it triumphant and empowering?
I think the fact that you're even saying the word disabled is supposed to be offensive. So, oops.
Intellectually different? Well, they're not like autistic. They're not like neuroatypical or something. That's a different squad altogether. Sometimes they team up, but they're not the same squad.
What are you even talking about? No, like imagine Riddler, but he's mentally challenged. Imagine that.
Piddler. He can't control his bowels. His riddles don't make any sense.
His riddles don't even make sense. It's just gibberish.
Yikes.
Riddle me this, Batman. Why can't I open a door? Riddle me this, Batman. How do I turn on the coffee maker?
So, Sonic 1 and 2 from 2013 have been ported to the Nintendo Switch.
And the difference between the 2013 version and the ones, I guess 90s was when the originals came out, is these ones from 2013, Sonic is fighting an intellectually disabled Eggman instead of...
Let the record show I'm not making a single one of these jokes. I'm just here. These are my clients, and I'm trying to tell them to shut up in court, but they won't stop talking, and the judge is getting pissed.
Yeah, if we do a short episode this week, it's because Eric needs us to pay him $150 an hour to record the podcast with us. But he has attorney-client privileges, so he can't tell anybody about anything that's recorded and released to the public on this show. So
Exactly.
We're safe.
Yeah, I know what Steven does for a living, but I can't tell anybody.
Yeah, I had to disclose that, unfortunately.
Yeah, so it's interesting because in 2013, Sonic 1 and 2 were released on Android and iOS. So this project, which is by Rubber Ducky Cooley, this is based off of Rubber Ducky Cooley's decompilation of those games. And I think this is made by, the GitHub is by Hey Joe Wei, whose real name is Joseph Judge. Oh, that's interesting because we have Eric Xander and he's like a lawyer, right? And this guy, he's a judge. That's
crazy, man.
Neat.
So yeah, these ports were made by Christian Whitehead, who's the dude that did Sonic Mania. He was like, basically, I mean, as I understand it, he was a fan in the Sonic community for a long time, making ports and remasters and fan games until eventually he was hired by Sega to do Sonic Mania, and I guess he worked on the iOS and Android ports of the original Sonic and Hedgehog 1 and 2.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So basically, just like a lot of other ports for the Switch, you need the official releases of these. I think this means APK files, just because without those assets, they're copyrighted assets. You can't really just publish a port with copyrighted assets in it. So this GitHub is like an instruction manual on how to do that. It's kind of complicated. Like I'm reading this stuff. Well, again, I don't own a Switch, so maybe this is actually easy. You need to do some kind of compiling stuff. Like, okay, that's just too...
Compiling stuff is pretty easy, because I think, Eric, didn't you have to do that for the Android port of Mario 64? And that's pretty straightforward, right?
It was pretty straightforward, but if any of you don't know how to do it, you can just go to my YouTube channel. I explain it. I'll get some ad revenue. We're all happy.
As if you don't make it. So we pay you to come on this podcast, and then you shill your own garbage.
Exactly. Go to my YouTube channel if you want to play Super Mario or Super Mario 64 on your Android phone. It crashes at a certain point or something. I don't know.
The video, fix that, Eric. Christ almighty.
The video doesn't crash. The game crashes. I don't know how to. It's not my responsibility.
So you got halfway through figuring out how to do it, and you're like, screw it, this is good enough. I'll just release a video until we know how to do it.
Exactly. So watch that video if you want to play part of it.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, so this is actually pretty cool because I think it works because the Nintendo Switch is an ARM-based system and Android is as well mainly ARM-based. So it's not actually that difficult to make that port. I don't know. Have you heard? How does it run? Like, does it run well enough? Are there some frame rate issues? Because I'm reading the thread and I don't see many people talking about it, just saying, "Oh wow, this is cool, awesome, nice." Nobody discussing the port itself.
I actually don't know. I'm not a Sonic fan. I've never been able to get into Sonic, so I haven't played these. Maybe I should have to get ready, but I mean, I feel like something that could run on a phone in 2011 and 2013 should be able to run fine on a Switch, right?
Yes.
I think I did play them on phone back in the day, and they worked fine.
You can't play games on phones because that's not real gaming. You're not a gamer if you play games on phones.
Do you guys not own phones?
That's true. I am not a real gamer. You got me.
A Sonic game tried to approach Steven and got leery.
There's no context for that, Eric. Don't shut your fucking mouth with that shit.
Oh,
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I am lost.
It was
Eric,
Pumpkin Hill.
Context.
Pumpkin Hill,
context,
the greatest
Eric.
song of all time from Sonic Adventure 2.
It is a pretty excellent song, though.
It's the greatest
Eric,
rap ever.
Are you a Sonic fan, Eric?
I guess insofar as I played Sonic 1. Let's see, what did I play? Sonic 1, 2, both of the Adventures, Heroes. a bunch of games from the Sega Genesis collection. So I wouldn't say that I'm a big fan, but I've played enough
You just
Sonic
listed
games.
like 9 Sonic games that you played. I don't know. I think like maybe outside of Mario, I don't know if I've ever played 9 games from one series before. So I'd say that you're a fan.
Well, there's just so many Sonic games, and yeah, okay, and Sonic Racers. Okay, I played a lot of Sonic games, but I still don't consider myself really a Sonic fan. I don't understand the Sonic lore. I didn't play like, there's Colors. I didn't play. I didn't play the one where he turns into a werehog.
Oh, Sonic Unleashed.
Or the one with the anime girl. That's Sonic 2006, right? No, I didn't play that.
Sonic 06.
I didn't play Sonic Generations.
I heard good things about Unleashed. I heard it's like a drastic improvement on 06. Like, it's very underrated.
There's no video game death more iconic and more depressing than when you die in Shadow the Hedgehog and he falls off the stage and he's like, damn it, not here. Oh no, Shadow, you swore.
He had so many more plans. He was like, I can't die here. I have to keep going.
I'm like, oh my God, there's a rated T Sonic game. It's so cool because even Sonic's like, damn, Shadow. And I'm like, whoa, damn, Sonic.
Oh, does he say damn? That's wild.
Wait,
He does.
wait. Do I have to censor this? Is damn a swear word?
Well, I'm
No, we're just quoting Sonic.
well, I don't know. It made the game rated T. And even Knuckles said damn a lot. He's like, damn. Tails probably, I don't think Tails ever said damn. I wouldn't. It has to make sense in context.
You know what's funny? There was a period in time in mainstream culture where there weren't any like forbidden words, but now we actually have like a lot of forbidden words, you know? Because
Yeah, I think we all know one specific word you're talking about that's forbidden, Alan John.
no, that
you wish we
word-
could go back to the good old days when you could just say it. I hear you. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Alan John. I got you. I'm more of a real gamer than you think. Keep it subtle. Dog whistle that Alan John.
No, that word was always bad, even when John Lennon used it in a song. So, yeah. But I'm talking about other words. You know what words I'm talking about? I can't say them on the podcast, but, you know, they start on a C, they start on an R, they start on an F, they start on a Y, you know, all these words that
On a
are...
Y.
On a
You know
why?
what word I'm talking about?
Yankee?
No.
First of all, as an American, I don't like that word.
Yeah, I'm going to have to censor that, I think, maybe.
Unless it's followed by the word doodle. And I'm going to
Yankee Doodle
town.
dandy.
Riding on a
I'm
pony.
a Yankee Doodle do or die.
Is that... So I can say it if it's followed by another word. So it's like that song about Alabama, right?
Which song is that?
Oh, you don't know that song, so it doesn't work.
No, clearly not. Yeah, sorry, buddy.
It's like the John Lennon song.
Oh, wow. It's one of those ones, is it?
It's one of those. Context is a little bit different.
Eric, I know that you're a Dragon Ball fan. Is Super Sonic supposed to be a riff on Super Saiyan? Because they both have golden hair and they got spiky yellow.
They're basically identical. Yeah. If not just a direct rip, it's... No, I'm not even going to... Yeah, it's a direct rip. They're directly stealing it. All right, 7 Dragon Ball 7 Chaos Emeralds turning gold super...
I didn't even think about the Chaos Emeralds. That's true. What do the Chaos Emeralds do? Because they don't let you grant a wish. What do they do?
They turn you into Supersonic or super whatever or hyper
Super
Knuckles
Shadow?
Or something.
I didn't know that. That sucks.
I think they're sources of energy.
Well, some of them have different powers too. Yeah. It's like, oh man, Shadow's so fast. Oh no, he's just got a Chaos Emerald.
So is it like the Infinity Stones where one makes you really fast and one makes you strong and one lets you take over people's minds and one lets you teleport and stuff?
Sometimes they're just gems that have you go super.
Okay.
And then there's the Master Emerald, which is just like, I don't know, the thing that Knuckles likes.
That's what he's into. You know a lot about the Sonic lore, dude. You're blowing my mind here.
Oh, okay. So speaking of the Sonic lore, you know, there's a what's his name? I think it's Silver the Hedgehog. He's from the future, and it's like, so he's Trunks. He comes back from the future into the past to try to correct the future.
Well, wait a minute. Is he
but
Shadow's
it doesn't
son?
affect his future. No, I don't think so. But he is a hedgehog, and his name's Silver.
He's probably Shadow and Sonic's son.
Yeah, Amy's about as annoying as Chi-Chi is. Who would Tails be? Would Tails be Krillin? No, because Tails would be like Bulma, I guess.
Dude, you're taking this way too far. I just was wondering about the...
Yes, it's an exact rip. It's an exact rip off of Dragon Ball.
I don't think that it's like a ripoff of Dragon Ball. I think it's more of this Japanese cultural thing where everybody thinks they have this super condition that they can tap into and become like super strong. Because it's Super Saiyan, right? It's Supersonic or whatever it's called.
Super Mario.
Super Mario, yeah. Mario gets the star, right? He becomes golden, flashes, and he's invincible for a brief period of time. And,
yeah, that's what I was originally going to ask, was like, are they a rip off of each other, or are they just ripping off, or like, are they both pulling from the same cultural touchstone? Is there some Japanese ideal of like tapping into an inner strength? And
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And like every single anime has this. You have Naruto, like in the later seasons, he taps into his... No, even the beginning seasons, he taps into his Nine Tails chakra and becomes like super powerful. And even the later seasons, he comes to control it. And guess what color he turns? Yellow.
Whoa.
So, yeah, there's something about yellow.
Something about Naruto also copying Dragon Ball.
Yeah, there is some kind of connection between the color yellow and Asian people, but I can't figure out what it is.
This is never gonna release.
Jesus.
This isn't working.
That's the Y word that you're not allowed to say. It's like, God bless America.
This is... should we move on?
Yeah, I think it's time to move on because, you know, the flow of this conversation isn't working.
Damn, I loved that. I loved that.
Speaking of the flow, the legendary TheFlow, who we've mentioned previously in our podcast, now has released basically a port to the Vita of an Android game, but it's no ordinary Android game. That Android game is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That's right. So TheFlow basically did some hacking stuff. He changed some of the headers or the hooks, whatever, in the file of GTA San Andreas for Android, changed them around, and basically got it to run on a Vita. Now, as of right now, it's running with, you know, poor frame rates, which is to be expected from a port like this. Obviously, this wasn't actually made for the Vita. And, you know, I'm looking at the screenshots. It looks pretty cool, you know? Having San Andreas on the Vita, I don't understand why Rockstar didn't release this, like, officially back when the Vita was actually popular. I think that would have been... Well, they could have made a couple of bucks. I think we could have expected people to play, you know, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas more on the Vita than on their phones, because I tried one of those GTA games on my phone, and it's like...
It's brutal.
More of a novelty thing.
Yeah, I tried Vice City a few times, and it's not... It doesn't work very well.
For the first couple of seconds, it's like, wow, my phone can run this game from 10 years ago, and it's amazing. But after that, you just give up on it. Like, no way am I doing the helicopter mission in Vice City or the airplane missions in San Andreas on a phone. No way.
Yeah, exactly.
And it definitely could have worked on the Vita, because we saw Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories both come out for the PSP, and they worked really well on the PSP, and, you know, the Vita's just like an enhanced PSP. So this definitely, it is a little surprising that it never came out on the Vita, because I think that it would have sold well, and it would have been probably, you know, one of the best ways to play the game.
Absolutely, like mobily, like on a handheld console. I wonder if this can be done on the Switch, actually.
There was that GTA 3 port to the Switch recently, so I don't see why not.
You make a good point there.
Wasn't the GTA 3 port more of a port of the source code type of situation, like with Mario 64?
Oh, it may be. I didn't know. Is that source code released? I didn't realize. You might be right.
No, I think it was reverse engineered.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can figure that out. Yeah, you're right. A huge shout out to the original RE3 team. They did all the hard work of reverse engineering the entire game. So yeah, looks like it is. You are correct.
But yeah, and this is, from what I've seen, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a port of the Android port, which in itself is a port of the PC port. So this is a triple port situation we have right here, because I don't think even Rockstar has access to the source code of San Andreas, I think changed around the assets a little bit. Basically what Nintendo did with the Mario collection, with Mario 64 and Sunshine, what they did was they just loaded in different higher resolution assets on the same ROMs. I don't know, I think that's pretty much somewhat what Rockstar did with their Android ports. And so, yeah, this is pretty cool. I hope it, because it's cool to see the Vita scene active, because the Vita is a very underrated system. I've been trying to get a Vita for the longest time because I got a 3DS now that I have big boy money.
Nice.
And I was like, okay, now I need a PSP because I missed out on that generation completely. But I've been told like countless of times, oh no, just get a Vita because it's infinitely better than any PSP.
Vita is fantastic. I love my Vita.
Yeah, it might be one of the best ways. I think it's just one of the best handheld gaming devices, period. Like, not just counting between that and the 3DS. I think that if you want to emulate stuff, the PS Vita is the way to go for sure.
Yeah, I think like in the future, the Switch is going to be like the next Vita.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, no, because the Vita wasn't successful.
And the Switch lets you use SD cards out of the box.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you get a Vita,
do something special.
If you get a Vita, that's one thing you got to look into. This is definitely an interesting thing to keep an eye on. It's still a work in progress. They're still trying to optimize things so it can run at a better frame rate, but it does seem to be functional right now, so it is pretty cool.
I should stop playing Mario Kart 7. Why am I playing Mario Kart 7 during a podcast? It looks so good, though. Like, the 3DS screen is like 240p or something, but Mario Kart, like, looks good.
It does. There's a lot of games that look really nice on that screen. 3D World, or 3D Land, also looks fantastic.
So, fun fact, Walmart just restocked the PS5s about 30 seconds ago, and they're already sold out again.
Nice.
So, oops.
Yeah, that's life. Them's the breaks.
How did they get through the CAPTCHA? I mean, it's such a sophisticated system. Like, you have to tap on all the bridges and then tap on all the other bridges that pop up, and then it gives you out an error because you missed that picture that has like the corner of a bridge in it. And you completely missed that.
That's adorable that you think that Walmart's even bothering with CAPTCHAs. Because they're not.
Do they require an ID to order? Or can you just like order an unlimited quantity of PS5s?
Hey, if Walmart's getting its money, that's all they care about.
This is why capitalism doesn't work. Right? Joe Biden is going to fix this. I'm sure everybody's going to get a PS5. Like, that's legit would have been better than a $2,000 payout, I think.
Well, you can just buy a scalping PS5 with your $2,000 payout.
Well, I don't know where this $2,000 is coming from, because
you'll get there, buddy. We're pulling for you.
Maybe.
I didn't want to announce this to everyone, but I'm going to say it right now. All the revenue from this episode of the Tempcast is going to go straight to Steven. I mean, Eric, I'm sorry.
No, I'll take it. I mean, my house flooded. I could use some.
We're going to give you all the ad revenue, all the AdSense stuff, all of our sponsorship revenue from this episode. I'm going to give it to you, Eric.
Wow.
That's so nice.
Wow.
And all that the people at home have to do is buy our merch, go on raidshadowlegends.net or com, go to foe.tv, put in our code, and then go to the what else do we have? We have buy that underwear, that special underwear that everybody's. Ooh, you guys should get Raycon earbuds. Get Raycon and
those are terrible, by the way. Don't actually buy them.
No, you have to, and use the code Eric.
Just AE.
Use the code HELP.
It's AERICK. Eric.
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible.
Eric, do you want to hear about a new game I invented? You reminded me of it when you started talking about your underwear.
Go for it.
All right, I call it erotic Russian roulette. And how it works is you come over to my house and I swallow a giant handful of pills out of my desk drawer. And then we see if any of them are a Viagra.
So you're listening to the EOF cast.
Do you want to try that?
So who do you guys think would win in a fight? The European Union or Valve?
Oh, it's funny you mentioned that because there's actually some news. It seems that it doesn't actually seem like it because it is what it is. So the European Union Commission has fined Valve and 5 other publishers of PC video games for around 7.8 million euros. That's around like 10 million USD, but it's all divided between these 5 publishers, and Valve for geo-blocking practices. Now, for those of you who don't know, Valve, Ubisoft, EA, and all other major publishers, and Valve is basically a publisher with its Steam store. Basically, they are a publisher and they gain money from every single sale on their platform. But they have this regional pricing strategy, which actually makes sense in the real life, but doesn't really make sense in the financial life. I don't know how to explain it because so let's say you want to buy a game, right? And it costs $70 in the UK. Well, what if you're not in the UK? What if you're in the Ukraine, which is actually, you don't use the when saying Ukraine, it's just Ukraine. So what if you live in Ukraine and you don't earn that much money as that UK guy? So you can't actually afford a $70 game because, that's probably your monthly salary. It is, at least for me. It doesn't make sense to sell a game at that type of price in that region. So what they have is regional pricing. So that game doesn't cost $70. It costs like $30 when it's launched. And then it goes on sale, it goes to $15 and so on and so on. Well, it's all good because Valve has proven with this, at least from what they've said, that they've seen a lot lower amounts of piracy in Eastern Europe because of this. There's this famous quote by Gabe Newell, which is, piracy is a distribution issue. Basically, if you can distribute your games legally and it's easier than just pirating a game and it's relatively inexpensive, then you are going to see a drop in piracy and you're going to see an uptick in legitimate purchases, which is a good thing. But there are people who play and game the system, because what if the guy in the UK doesn't want to pay $70 for his new game? What if he wants to pay $30 like the Ukrainian boy? Well, he either uses a VPN or what people used to do, just bought a Ukrainian version of the game that was bought in Ukraine, right? Or it might be Russia, might be Moldova, might be one of the Baltic states, I think. Actually, I don't think they have regional pricing there. I might be wrong. So that's what people did. But then Valve blocked trading between regions. So that's called geo-blocking, basically. And, it's a bad thing, but that's what they have to do in order to keep these prices like regionally based. But the EU Commission has basically said that no, you can't do that because that goes against consumers' rights, because the consumer has the right to pick from like the the best price basically for a product, right? You can't tell in real life like, oh, you're Scottish, you can't go to this English store to buy groceries because it's cheaper, right? You can't do that. No, you got to go to the Scottish store. That's just an example of what's going on here, because this is all just online. This is all digital. It doesn't know any boundaries. It doesn't need any boundaries. So everybody is happy about this. Like, yay, no more geo-blocking. Yay, the EU has saved PC gaming. Yay, $15 games for everyone at launch. Yay. This is what I'm afraid that's going to happen. I think this is a double-edged sword. Now, if Valve complies with this ruling and changes their pricing, and these other publishers as well, this doesn't necessarily going to mean that everybody's going to have access to $15 or $30 games. I think it's going to be the other way around. I think regional pricing as a concept will cease to exist. I think everybody is going to have to pay the same exact price for a game. And, with that, I think we're going to see a lot more piracy going on. because I can tell you that nobody, well, not nobody, but a very small chunk of the player base of PC gamers in Eastern Europe would pay $70 because that's the new standard pricing this generation, $70. A very, very small chunk of them are going to pay that much money for some new game, right? So this is going to hurt sales. This is just like a bad decision from what I see. I don't know. What are your guys' opinions about this, about geo-blocking, whatever?
Hold on a second.
Eric loves it, apparently.
I'm sorry.
Sound he just made.
So the hold on, add to cart. God damn it. Ugh! So anyway, hey guys, so the PS5 just went back in stock again, and it sold out again within how many seconds has it been? 40 seconds.
Oh my god.
So anyway, geo-blocking, I concur with everything Alan John said. I never thought of it that way, that it would end up actually leading to more piracy. But you make a solid point.
Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
I'm glad at least somebody agrees with me on this podcast.
I wasn't ready to side with you. I was like, well, what could possibly go wrong? Oh, this is what could go wrong. Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, it makes total sense to me. If the wages aren't as high in the Ukraine, you're not going to be able to make as much money. Then
It's just Ukraine.
sorry, I apologize.
It's okay.
That's how we say it up here in the Canada.
I was going to say, that's just the Canada talking.
You killed my energy for this, Alan John, by yelling at me. I'm sad.
Another thing is that something that these developers, these publishers, do, and it's something I've heard a lot of gamers complain about, but seemingly nobody from these publishers even care, is the fact that if you live in like Eastern Europe, the only version of a game you can get legally from an online store is the one with Russian voiceover, right?
Really?
Yeah. So like if you live in Serbia, you can only get the Russian version of Assassin's Creed. That's what all Ubisoft games do. And if you want to get like the original dub, well, good luck, because you'll need it because you can't get it officially. The game just ships with Russian in it.
And no other options.
Yes, absolutely no other options. It just subtitles on, off. That's it. You want to speak English, you want to play games in the language they were developed in, tough luck. So that's actually a very big issue in Ukraine as well, because, well, I don't know if Ubisoft or any of these other publishers know about what's going in the world right now, but Ukraine is basically at war with Russia, and we're trying to distance ourselves from that part of the world, and you sell this game that's only available in Russian, even though we have our own language and we can speak English just fine. So you could at least have that as an option, but they choose not to for some reason. And from what I understand, also these games, they're also basically region locked. So you can't even play them if you're not from that region. And now they're going to be the same price. So now you're going to have to pay $50 to $60 for a full game that's not even in the language you speak in. And that's the only way you can get the game legally. So you can see why piracy from this, it's going to get, a second life, basically. Because this is very anti-consumerist from what I see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know, I guess, I understand where the European Union is coming from, but it really does seem like it just screws over Ukrainian or other Eastern European customers for no reason.
We'll see, because this is just Valve got a $1.6 million fine. That's like nothing to them. Absolutely nothing from the money they make from sales every month.
So
every
maybe
day.
it'll be okie dokie. It'll be okie dokie.
Did you place the order, Eric?
No. Didn't work.
I'm sure you'll get it to work today. I'm sure this is going to be your day. Are you shopping for the digital or the disc one?
I want the disc version of the PS5, so I don't even bother looking for the digital version. But it's at this point, it's just like, I'll get it next year.
Man.
I want to actually mention something. 4 months ago, yeah, when I said the scalping situation is stupid because they'll all be in stock within a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Oops.
I think I was wrong.
Yeah. I think I was also wrong. I think we both did that. Oops. People are still scalping it.
Eric, if you got a PS5 today and it charged your card, and then that dude came to fix your heat and you couldn't afford to pay him unless you canceled the order, would you cancel it, or would you make him wait a few weeks?
I'd get a credit card. I'd put it on the credit card.
Go get a credit card, run down to the bank.
Be like, excuse me, I would like one credit card.
It's like the idea of like in the middle of your talking to the heating guy, you just like dart out the door. There's a big Eric shaped hole in the wall.
Fix that while you're at it.
So if you put Eric in the situation that's on the memes, where basically if you change the train track, you'll kill one person, but you'll save 5. Eric's one of the guy who's just like, well, I'll just save all of them. I'll just try to stop the train. He thinks out of the box, basically. He's like, I'll get a credit card.
Stay in the box, Eric. It's safe in the box. You know what's going to happen. Anything can happen when you leave the box. Mm-hmm. Watch your back.
So this has been the best, shortest Tempcast we've ever had, everybody.
It's not short. It's 15 minutes already.
I think we had like 8 minutes at the start.
Yeah, you're going to have to cut some of that. That's that.
No, it's not.
Oh, we're still going.
We're still going.
Okay, let's keep going.
Speaking about Valve, Gabe Newell says that Valve has some games in development and they're going to announce soon.
Sweet.
Cool.
Have they said this before? They probably have, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they have said this a long time now. I'm actually subscribed to a guy named Tyler McVicker. I really like his videos. He used to have a channel called Valve News Network, but now he's just Tyler McVicker. He doesn't do just that. He actually did a couple of videos about Switch hacking recently, I think.
Oh boy.
Or no. He did a couple of videos about Switch 2 rumors. Basically stealing the entire concept of our podcast.
Yeah,
nice job.
That's pretty fucked up.
What?
I said that was fucked up of him to steal our thing.
Yep. But yeah, he basically details the inner workings of Valve as a company because he's been doing this for years now, detailing, the reports from developers who wish to remain anonymous, like what's going on. He's been looking at leaks from the company. From what I understand, Valve is basically a company with little to no management whatsoever in terms of game development. So if somebody wants to make a game, like it's gonna, people are gonna join the project if they see that it's interesting to them, and then they can release it because they have basically fuck you money. They don't have to release a game every couple of years. They're not CD Projekt Red. They're not bound to anything. They just work on things if they find it interesting, like what they did with Half-Life Alyx. Because before that, they actually had a lot of prototypes of Half-Life 3 or Episode 3 in development, but they just went nowhere because they felt they couldn't introduce anything new to the genre. Like they couldn't make some new gameplay experiences, which would have been interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of other companies would have just built off of that hype and then really disappoint everybody. No matter what would have came out of Half-Life 3, people would have absolutely hated it because of all the hype behind it.
Yeah, that's actually pretty true. So with Half-Life Alyx, they're like, hey, VR is kind of cool. Maybe we could do something. And that's how the development of Half-Life Alyx went through. And with Valve, there's a ton of canceled projects they have. They had a Left 4 Dead 3 that was in development for a long time, but they just canned it. It was 80% done. The most interesting part, it was actually developed on the Unreal Engine. So not on Source.
Oh, weird.
There was something about I might be wrong on this, but they wanted to make it VR compatible, so you could play with VR players in Left 4 Dead, but they couldn't really do that on the Source 2 engine because at the time it was kind of primitive, so they switched to Unreal. Or maybe it was Unity. I don't know. Nobody really knows, really, other than Valve. Valve announcing these games, well, not announcing any games, just saying the games, we have some games. We're sure we're going to announce them soon. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it was like, we're still kind of a game developer, sort of.
They've basically never announced the cancellation of Half-Life 3, but you can find clips on YouTube where Gabe Newell says, oh yeah, episode 3 is, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be tight. Dude, oh, you can't even believe episode 3. And then gradually, year after year, like, yeah, episode 3, yeah, it's pretty big in its scope. Yeah, it's pretty big. Then years go by and he's like, episode 3, what's that? What are you talking about? What's Half-Life? 3? What's that number? What does that mean? It's like a meme. And, every time he's asked that question, like, basically, yeah, some kind of version of Half-Life 3 was in development, but then got canned, like, multiple times already. So it's not a guarantee that Valve is going to announce any game. However, I'm pretty sure there's one game, which is going to be like an RTS. What leaks have shown, it's going to be like a real-time strategy Half-Life game.
Could be interesting.
Or it could be horrible.
I like RTS games, though. I think what they should do is they should release like a really low-budget, simplistic, like 2D Flash game as Half-Life 3, and then a month later release Half-Life 4, so that there's no build-up or expectation for Half-Life 4, and people won't be disappointed.
I wish you didn't mention Flash games. Can we all just pour one out for our friends at Congregate and Miniclip and Cool Math Games? And because Flash is gone, man.
I'm sad. I'm sorry. I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's all gone now. They're all, so I wish you didn't. You kind of hurt my feelings
Sorry.
there. Never again.
Eric.
Never again. We'll see the light of day.
I didn't mean to bring it up. I know it's a sensitive subject.
My trophy addiction started at my badge addictions on Congregate, so Flash games are directly responsible for my current
disease.
All of my current troubles. My current disease. And you know what? I miss it so much.
Yeah, how are we going to play Club Penguin?
I collected all the badges. There's so many badges.
That's a good fake cry. You sound really, really upset.
That's not fake, Steven. That's real. Listen, I've heard Eric cry in real life. Like, this is it.
It's my good. Yep, I'm faking it. All right. I'm not really sad that Congregate is gone forever and it's never coming back. So anyway, that was the Tempcast, everybody. We love you.
Yeah, we do. Sonic loves you too.
Bye.